Having so much fun. Okay, let's try. How about a story? Do you like stories? Everyone say yes. Everyone say yes. Okay, good crowd. Can everyone see all the cards? Just say yes.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a regular deck of cards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by telling all of you a little story about a guy named Sam the Bellhop who used to own his own little restaurant right down the street from the 654 Club. You ever been to the 654 Club?
654 Club, no.
You don't go out that much. It's okay. I understand. What do you do for a living?
Building.
Oh, okay, I'll go slower then. So here's what we're going to do. What I'm going to do, please, settle down. I'm sorry you had to hear that. So this is the story of Sam the Bellhop in the 654 Club. This may bring back some memories. I know you've been there, David. Okay?
No, I haven't.
David.
What is it?
Okay, let's just talk later because I'm right in the middle of the story. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me come over there because I'll hit you so many times you'll think you're surrounded. You'll be picking your nose out of a catalog, big guy. Huh? You want me, don't you? You've been checking me out all night. Good. Oh, baby. You should be in 3D. That's my room number. I'm at the Hyatt, just so you know. You'll be there. All right, so anyway, this is the story. One day, Sam the Bellhop was sitting in his restaurant, and it was kind of slow that night, almost like here. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the two big doors opened up wide, and into the restaurant walked four gentlemen dressed like kings. That's what they look like. Now, please settle down. There's more. Now, they're sitting there for a little while, and they're getting kind of bored, so they called Sam over. They said, "Excuse us, Sam, this is our first time here, and we're kind of lonely. Would you do us a favor? Would you find us some women to help make the time go by?" Sam looked at his watch and said, "Well, it's kind of early, but I'll see what I could do." So the cards were cut, sucker. I mean, sir, I'm sorry about that. I meant David. I meant to say Dad. I'm sorry. So the cards were cut. Nobody has ever done it that well, by the way. Okay. So the cards were cut. Sam took a little walk. He walked down 1, 2, 3 blocks, said the best we could do is a couple brunettes and a couple of redheads. They said, "Sam, they're beautiful. Where'd you get them?" He said, "Oh, the 654 Club, right down the block." They said, "Sam, you're a heck of a guy. Here's a $2 tip for you, Sam, a $2 tip." So now they're sitting there with the girls, if you know what I mean, and I think you do, sir. All of a sudden, they get kind of bored and they feel like having a game of cards. The only trouble is they don't have enough card players. They said, "Sam, would you do us a favor? Would you find us some card players?" Sam looked at his watch and said, "Well, it's still kind of early, but I'll see what I could do." So the cards were cut once more. Would you cut them? I like when you do it. Yeah, this is cool, man, wow. So the cards were cut. Sam took another walk, 1, 2, even took a left down Crimp Street and said the best we could do is 4 guys, but they're all named Jack. They said, "Sam," that's what they said. "Oh my God." They said, "They're beautiful. Where'd you get them?" He said, "Oh, the 654 Club, right down the block." They said, "Sam, you really are a heck of a guy. Here's another $2 tip for you." So now they're in this big poker game. All of a sudden, the Kings run into some bad luck, and they owe the girls some money. The only trouble is, all they have is a $40 check. They said, "Sam, would you do us a favor? Would you cash the check and get us a couple of 20s? Sam said, "Well, I didn't even have this when I came here. Thanks a lot, you guys." Sam said, "Well, it's still early, but I'll see what I could do." So the cards were cut once more. Would you cut the cards? Thank you very much. Okay, so what happened was, Sam, what? What? I'm sorry. That was, I don't know why, I don't know what came out. I'm sorry. I don't know why I tried to do that. You know, sometimes, you know, you're in the middle of the show, you're not thinking, and you just don't, you know what I'm saying? What? Come on, you guys, you're my people. Don't turn on me now. Go on. I'm so sorry, sir. God, thanks a lot. I like when you did it. Well, you can put it back. Just hold the brake there a little bit. Oh, no, never mind. Just, you know, do whatever you want, pretty much. All right. So the cards were cut again. Sam took another walk, 1, 2, 3 blocks, said, "We're all out of 20s. We had to give you 4 10s. They said, "Well, Sam, that's great. Here's another $2 tip for you." So now they're really starting to like this guy, Sam. They said, "You know what, Sam? This is our first time here, but we're coming here again. You really are a nice guy. You remind us of that magician, Bill Malone." He says, "Oh, thank you. Nobody's that nice, for crying out loud." They said, "Sam, you're kind of a young guy." He said, "Kind of." They said, "We guess your age to be what, about 38? He says, "You're close. I'm 39. They said, "Do you live here at the club?" He says, "Oh, no. I live in a classy part of town. I live in Lake Tahoe." It's a joke. They said, "Sam, what's your address?" He says, "I live at 1329 West 8th Street. They said, "Do you gamble?" He says, "Every day at the 654 Club, right down the block." They said, "Do you ever see any good poker hands?" They said, "You wouldn't believe it. The other day, this guy, Louis Falanga himself, came by, had 3 7s and a pair of 8s. They said, "Wow, that's a full house. Did he win?" They said, "No, this other guy, David, he was there. He had 3 aces and a pair of 9s. They said, "Did he win?" They said, "No, Bill Malone, the magician, he had a straight flush." And that's the story of Sam the Bellhop. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, no, stop it. Cut it out. That's enough. Now, I have to be honest with you. Please, cut it out. I got to be honest with you. That is the only trick I know. So we're going to do it over and over again until we all enjoy it. We'll be out of here by about 11. Now, before I repeat the trick, let me just make sure the cards are all here. Take this card, go all the way to 52, stop in the middle, double check 20. Yeah, they're all there. Sorry it took so long to count. Excuse me 1 minute. I'll throw in just a few more. I'm sorry you had to see this. Excuse me. All right, we'll just throw in a few more. Okay, I'm going to do that till you laugh. Okay. All right, that's much better. I'm